What would you say would be the main reason you would advise somebody if they would ask you, "Can I go to the society chapel?" and you say no? What would be the if they ask why? Well, how come or why? What would be your answer?
Is because of the question of the unacum. When you pray in the canon unacum Francisco Bergoglio, the case, or John Paul II, or Benedict the 16, excuse me, or any kind of so-called Pope in the Vatican II, you are united with him in common union. That is communion, common union with him. So you are participating in his errors. Understand? So the mass could be valid, the mass of the society, if they are really priests. They are valid priests, and they celebrate validly mass. But my point is, even saving the good conscience of the priests, are these masses agreeable to God or not? That is my question. Objectively speaking, right? Objectively speaking is, so then it begins a question of good faith or bad faith, or question of ignorance, invincible or invincible. So that's why that is our act. That if someone is asking you objectively, Father, should I go to the society mass? No. Must I go to the masses of the society Pius X? No. But if you are going, and I am not an authority to you, and you come just to my place once in a while because you are here in the area for vacation or holidays, I don't say anything, because it's something that could be a good a big I don't know in English, but it would be a huge charge in his shoulders, you know.
Yeah.
That something that you need time to explain the whole issue. So it's not just a conversation outside the church, right? Outside the after mass. My point is, you go to mass to please God, not to please yourself. Many people says, I need the mass. I need the mass. Why you need the mass? Because it pleases God or it pleases you? Understand? Many times people don't make the difference because they, for example, they say, I pray the rosary because I feel good when I pray the rosary. Fine, but you don't have to pray the rosary because you feel good. It does because Our Lady asked you to do it, and it pleases Our Lady. So, because otherwise, if it doesn't please you, you are not going to pray it. Understand? So the Mass is something that is as a precept of the Holy Mother Church to go to Mass because it pleases God. But if I have not a Mass available, I can sanctify my Sunday by praying at home or making some sacrifice or a longer prayer, right? But the question is to please God, not to please yourself. If you're going to Mass because you get a consolation and is your first motive of going to Mass to please yourself, is not a good motive. You need to go to Mass to please God. Is that Mass pleasing God? Yes or not? That is the question. If I celebrate a Mass in common union with Bergoglio, is that Mass pleasing God or not? And my will should be to please God, not to, you know, to listen to the Latin Mass and the Latin language, and to smell the incense, and to see good vestments and a nice altar.